This is a tutorial video showing you how to answer question 3 on the word processing exam paper. Before I begin, I need to advise those of you who are using the online version of Microsoft Word that you need to download the program to your computer. It's free and you can get it from your @bcfe.ie email account. The reason for downloading is the online version doesn't contain all the tools you require for doing this question. For instance, you can't change measurements from imperial to metric, so you can't change from inches to centimeters on the online version. The online version also doesn't contain tabs. I've uploaded a short video which is available at the following address, as you can see it here on your screen, showing you how to download. I will also email you the link. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is setting up your folder and your documents for the actual exam. Setting up your folder and documents correctly is worth a significant amount of marks, meaning that if they're completed properly, you will have gone a significant way in terms of passing the question before the real work begins. So first of all, I'm going to open a new document, then save it. So File, New, Blank Document. Then I'm going to go up to File, Save As. It's a good habit to get into saving your work straight away, so saving your document straight away, and then just doing Control and S as you're going along. So it avoids drama if the computer stops for some reason or goes down for some reason. At least all your work won't be lost. So save as this PC, and I'm going to use USB drive H, and I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to name it. You need to name your folder very specifically for the exam. So it will be your class. I'm going to use BSc as my class, my name, and the year, in this case 2019. And then I'm going to click into that, and then I'm going to name my document. So in this case I'm going to do task 1, WP 2019 task 1, and my name, and go save. Once I reach this point, I need to put in the headers and the footers. So I can double click here and go over to the header, and I want this one with the 3 items. So first of all, you type your name, your class, and the date. And then you go footer, and again it's the same thing. Click on this and go down here, and in the footer you put WP exam, in this case 2019. You put in QQI 5N1358, so that's the word processing module number, and in this case we're going to task 1, and close header and footer. And I'm just going to save, so I'll just do Control and S, or you can go up to File and Save, but it's quicker, or else you can go up here and save as well, but Control and S is probably the quickest. So what I suggest at this stage is that you save all your documents for the upcoming exam. So I'm going to go File, Save As, this PC, and save it into my folder, but this time it's going to be task 2. Go. With task 2, it's an exception. So what I would suggest you do is create a new folder, call it WP 2019 task 2, and your name. The reason why I would suggest you create a folder for task 2 is that there are 4 documents in it, so it's a good idea to save them all in the same place. So just go save. So now I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to change task 1 in the footer to 2. And just close header and footer, Control save. And then the next one I'm going to do is save as this PC, and I'm just going to go back up 1 there. So this one will be task 3, and so I only need to change the number there and just go save. Then I go back in here, scroll down and change this number to 3. So close header and footer, save, and then finally file, save as, this PC, and this time task 4, and go save. Scroll down here, just change it to 4. Close header and footer, save. That is your folder prepared. So we'll just have a quick look at it here. See, so there it is there. So you have task 1, the folder for task 2 with your document in it, task 3 and task 4. I'm just going to close that. Now I'm going to go back to File. I'm going to click on Open and this PC, and again go to the H drive, and this time BSc Patricia Burke, and I'm interested in task 3 in this case. Click on that. Now moving on to question 3, tables on the 2019 exam paper. I've attached the entire 2019 paper with the email I've sent you, but if you haven't received it, you can take a screenshot of it here. To take a screenshot, you press the print screen key. Most laptops and computers now just have PRT-SCR on it, and it's usually on the right hand side top of your keypad. So we're going to go back here, and I'm going to put this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this full screen view. So what you do is you take a screenshot. So you press print screen, then press escape to get back, and you just paste it. There it is there. Now you have an awful lot of black on either side and it's very small. So what you do is go to the picture tools. You need to click on this first in order to access the picture tools, and then crop. And then you see the little line there. Hold down the left mouse button and pull it in. And the same on the right hand side. And then I'll just move it another bit. And then you just click outside it. Now catch any corner just to enlarge it. So you just pause your screen, take a print screen, and then paste it. First thing you're asked to do on question 3 is change the page layout to landscape. So you go up to layout and you want landscape. You're also asked to make all margins, custom margins, make them 2.2. Just go OK. Now just in case some of you, your computers or laptops may be on inches, so over to File, go to Options, click on Advanced, and just scroll down until you get to where it says centimeters or inches, and you need to change it to centimeters, and just go OK. So the font size is 20 unless specified differently, and font type is Calibri. At this point I would put in that I would change it to what you need it to be. So in this case Cambria size 20. Once you've that done, just check in case you've gone down further just to make sure it's all Cambria size 20. Now what I would suggest is that you press the enter key a number of times before you go about putting in a table. And the next thing you have to put in is insert the heading Rugby World Cup 2019 and its title style. So you see over here on the home ribbon you have styles there. You click on title. Your title style may be slightly different to mine. Don't worry, whichever title style it puts up is fine. I'll be able to see what you have put in. The font size is 24. So select it and then change the font size to 24. The next thing just to flag to you as well is spacing. You need to go into paragraph. You click on the little box here. It defaults to after and 8 and multiple. You want 0 here. Okay, and you want single. Then you go down and to set as default, click on all documents based on the normal template, click OK. So that will be the same from now on for all your documents. They will be single spaced. This should be centered. We have to draw the actual table. So you go up to Insert, with Microsoft, there's usually a number of ways of doing things. So, and with tables, for instance, you can just scroll across and down and get the requisite number of boxes you require. I tend to go to Insert Table and then just type in, in this case I need 7 columns and I need 11 rows, and just go OK. So there's the table created. On the top one here, I'm going to merge it. Now when you click into the table, you get table tools, and you have design and you have layout. So we're going to use layout at the moment, and I'm going to merge the cells on the top row, and then type in Rugby World Cup fixtures, and I'm going to change it to bold and center. I'm just going to type these in first. Match, date, time, stadium, fixtures, pool, finals, and score. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these lines here. So you can see, if you move the cursor on top of it, you can see that it's changed to arrows pointing in both directions and a line down the middle. So if you hold down the left mouse button, you can actually pull the line just to resize, because obviously you don't need as much space for the time, the date and the match. You do, however, need it for stadium and fixtures. Now I'm just going to catch this column down here, so then when I push this, hopefully, I'm just doing Control Z just to undo what I've just done. The next thing is I'm just going to type in some of the remaining stuff. Okay, so I've just filled in the first part of the table. The next part is to do with splitting cells. If you look at 41 and 42, matches 41 and 42, you'll see they're beside the date, but the date, there's only one thing in it, whereas there's 2 rows in the 41-42 section. What you do again is go up to layout. You want to split cells, and in this case you want 1 column, but you want 2 rows, and you go OK. Okay, so now I can fit in this 41 and 42, and then I would put in the date, the 19th of the 10th. Again, in this cell you have to split it, so again go up to split cells, and again you want 1 column and 2 rows, and go OK, and then you type in the time of the first one, which is 8:15, the time of the second one, which is 11:15. Again, they're at 2 different venues, so again split cells, 1 column, 2 rows, Uita and Tokyo, and then again the next one, so again split cells, 1 column, 2 rows, and OK. You have pool C1. Now the 1, as you can see, is small, so what you do is you go up to the X here on the home ribbon, click on it, type 1, switch it off, hit the space bar, versus pool D2. So again, the X, and then underneath you have pool B. Again, hit the 1 and type in 1, B1, switch off the subscript, and then you have pool A, and once again click on the X and switch it off. And then finally on this row, again you have to go layout, split cells, again you want 1 column and 2 rows, and go OK, and in this case you want QF, and again go to the home ribbon, the X, and you want 1, and switch it off. A good thing, or a handy thing to do here, is just sometimes just to copy it and then paste it in the other one, and then all you have to do is change the number. The next line is the same thing. You have to once again go up to layout, split cells, 2 rows, Okay, so I will pause it for a moment. Back once again with the table completed. Now you'll notice that the table runs across 2 pages. Don't worry about it just yet, because what will happen is that as you make the changes, the table will start to slowly move up until it's on a single page. So we shall move into making the changes now. So the first thing you're asked to do is second row match, which is this one. Select it all, is bold it, and you're asked to put it in aqua lighter 60%. We're not going to worry about the 60%. You're not going to have to do that. So you go to design and shading and just pick an aqua. Okay, so there it is there. One thing I would say before you move on is that you select the whole table. Don't forget the bit on the second page. What I would suggest you to do is to go to layout, table tools layout, and just click on this one so that it is aligned, so that it's left aligned, but it's aligned equally between the top. So you can see it there, the top and the bottom within the cell. So the top and the bottom line within the cell. The next thing you're asked to do is the second column, the date. So you go down here, select it, and again, don't forget to go on to the second page, and again home. So you want bold, you want font size 12, you want it right aligned, so that's this one, and you want it shaded grey 15%. So if you go up to, you can use this here and you just scroll through there, or you can go back up to design under the table tools, click on that and just find the 15%. So shaded dark 15%. Now the next one, the third column, is time. Okay, so the third column, time, again, don't forget the second page. It's centered and you're asked for font size 13. Now font size 13 isn't listed there, so all you do is you just delete whatever is there, in this case 20, and type in 13. Okay, and then we move on to the next one, which is the stadium. And again, this is font size 14, and you're asked for italic text. You're not asked to change the alignment, so just be aware of that. Okay, the next one, fixtures, is again scroll down and you want font size 14. You're asked to color the text red. Now you can see it's all gone onto a single page. So color the text red. So you see the A, in this case it's actually the red is under it, but click on the arrow anyway and you can choose whatever color you want. So I want red and I want bold. The next one, the sixth column, you're asked to make it size 12, underline and blue text. I'm going for a dark blue because it's easier to read, and you're asked to make it bold. So the score column, you're asked to delete it. So when I do that, probability is that this top line will disappear. Just remember that it has disappeared and wait until the end and then put it in, because you're going to do a few other things that will just send it out of alignment. So it's easier to just wait until the end and just put it back in then. Another thing you're sometimes asked to do in this is split, say split each cell there. But a quick way, if it's just a line that you need to do, a quick way is to go up to the table, draw table, and just draw a line like that. So I'm just going to turn it off because I don't want it again. I'm just going to do Control and Z to undo that, and now I'm going to delete this column. So I select it, I go to layout, go to delete in the layout under table tools and delete column. Now the probability is Rugby World Cup fixtures will disappear, but you can put it in at a later stage and it has disappeared. The next thing you're asked to do is to add another row to the end of the table. So you go up here on the table tools layout, insert below, and then just type in what you need to, 48, second. the 11th at 9. And I'm just going to go the quick way. Control C, Control V, and then winner, SF, and again home ribbon, click on the subscript and just 1, turn it off, small v, winner, SF, and again subscript 2 and turn it off, and then finally final. But as you can see now, because we've made all the changes, the table is now on a single page. So the next thing we're asked to do is resize the columns. Again, click on that. I'm just going to go into layout. Resize column 1, 2 and 3. So you're asked to resize them to 2.5. So I'm just going to select that. Width I want is 2.5. The next one, the width I want is again 2.5. And this one is also 2.5. Stadium is wider, so column 4 and column 6 are each going to be 4 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Column 6 is also going to be 4 centimeters. You can just type it in there if you want, like this as well. Okay, and then finally column 5, which is this one, is 6 centimeters. So the next thing you're asked to do is center the table. So click on that, and again under layout, the little box here, click on that and center. Okay. At this point, just go OK. I would put back in my missing top row. So I'm just going to click here and just insert above, and again select all that row, and you want to merge cells, and then just type in Rugby World Cup fixtures. Okay, I just need to change the because it's taken its cue from this one, so you have slightly, I have got the incorrect text there. So I just go, it's going to go to home. I want Cambria, I want size 20, I want a black, so click on the A. I don't want the underline, and I want it centered. I copied my top row from this one, so it's got shading in it that I don't want, so click into it, just go up to shading, and you want no color. You've centered the table, so now place border around table 4.5 points. Just click on the little box there, and that selects the whole thing. Again, go to layout, go to click on the little box there and cell size, and then borders and shading. Click on box and click on the 4.5, and then just go OK and OK. So as you can see, the lines have disappeared in the center, inside the table. So just select them all, go to design. This time just make sure to change your line back to 1, and then go to borders, and you want inside borders. So then you have the line back again. It didn't quite go to plan, so I'll just select this bit and just go again. Click on inside border. So there it is there. You're asked to split the table after row 36. There's row 36. So to do that, go down to row 41, layout, split table. Now sometimes what happens is that it bounces. So what you can do is, you see that, click on it, and you see this little box here. When the cursor turns that shape, just click on it, hold it down and pull it to where you need it to be. So that's the table completed. I'm just going to move this up because I need it all on the same page. It can actually be tricky. I'm just going to turn on the invisibles so I can see better. Yeah, so I just need to delete some of these to bring it up. No. So this is an issue that comes up now and then. Yeah, so then I've managed to pull it back up. Okay, have I got it all on? I need to go another bit. So again, I'm just going to go up to this one again, hold down the left mouse button over it, and just pull that up a bit and back down till you get them all on the same page. This doesn't happen for everybody, so hopefully you'll get lucky and this doesn't happen to you, but you just smooth them. And so that's the table completed.